Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech, where we are up for some tough stuff today. Also, I just noticed looking at this, for some reason, this job has a terrible payout, a terrible credit payout. The salvage is actually pretty good. I guess we're going to take a lot of salvage on this one. That makes sense, it's 4.5 skulls. But let's start with the easiest ones in the hopes of not taking any damage until we're ready to leave the system, right? Within the last 3 months, the Federated Suns has struck our facilities, personnel, and supply convoys over half a dozen times. My superiors in the Concordat leadership would like to even the score. We'd like to hire you to find a Davion lance and destroy it, to demonstrate we are not without military resources on Merlin. Okay, if they want to show military strength, we can do that. We are military strength for hire. That's kind of our whole thing. This is going to be a 3-skull battle. I think we might be able to take it a little bit easy on this one. My suspicion is that we are not going to see anything that we want to loot, and we know we're going to take a heavy salvage mission in the near future. So, like, it's definitely better for our score to just take this as cash. That said, there are still some kind of low-tier mechs that we need to get parts of. Yeah, alright, let's go 1-5. And we're going to bring the biggest and the meanest mechs, and also probably less than that on the pilots. Less than the biggest and the meanest pilots. Get our battle computer back in here, and... so what do we want to do pilot-wise? I don't want to go all the way to the dregs. We can bring Trash Can. Trash Can has a skill. Let's bring, like... okay, let's bring Coyote. Coyote still needs XP. So Coyote can drive the Nobody. Now, I like Breaching Shot a little bit better on single-hit weapons. Like, Breaching Shot on the LRM-15 with the plus damage sure does get a lot of damage through, but if you're not precision striking, the damage is going to be real spread out. I'd much rather have it just, like, on the PPC, right? Okay, Flatline, you're definitely in. You could drive the other thing that gets to be really far back, and then we could have a couple of decent pilots in the upfront mechs just to, oh, I probably don't want to run the Grasshopper. Although, you know, it's a desert. The enemies might overcommit on heat. But we should probably have some good pilots here, some of our top-tier pilots, just to make sure things don't go horribly awry. We'll let Saber drive this Grasshopper and Centurion... or, actually, Centurion drive the Grasshopper and Saber take care of that thing. Okay. You know, they're not all 10s yet. Still, XP still matters on them a little bit. This one should be pretty easy. We should blaze through this. It's the next two that I'm a little worried about. Also... I don't know if that's picking up on the mic. It sounds like the whole building is kind of humming a little bit. That's weird. Well, hopefully it's nothing. I guess if the building explodes, you won't hear this because it'll never get uploaded. So if you're hearing this, I didn't die. Hooray for me. I gotta say, I've been in a pretty good mood today, actually. Here, while we're filling for time. We finally had a real winter storm. It's been a very mild winter. There's been like no snow on the ground at all, which just bums me the hell out. But we have proper snow on the ground. Some freezing rain fell over top of it. I got to go out and walk in the crunchy snow with like the crust over it, which is one of my favorite things. Alright, you've arrived at the location. Go to the place, blow up the thing, keep an eye out, blow up the other things. Darius, I know how to do the job. This is the easy part of the job. Figuring out when people are lying to us is the tricky part.
Order acknowledged.
But if we can make it to the part of the mission where I get to shoot people, it is under control.
On my way.
Honest with you, that like hum is a little worrying. It sounds like maybe somebody's running a very powerful vacuum cleaner in the basement. You know, like you can tell it's a sound that's like loud but far away. Boy, whatever's going on here, they got an awful lot of them.
Standing by.
These turns are taking forever to process. I might want to slow it down a little bit.
10-4.
between the Atlas and the Cyclopes piloted by people who don't have the sprint skill.
Moving out.
Afraid of getting the Grasshopper out too far. 40 tons, 65, okay. What do you think the odds are that's a cicada over there? Totally could be. Yep. AI loves cicadas for some reason. Well,
Waiting for orders.
I can certainly just, like, jump over here and have at them. I kind of want to jump as close as possible so that we get the short-range weaponry on. Because that stuff is not... Yeah, that's in short range.
Engage jump jets.
The small lasers and the machine guns are not affected by all of his evasion. Picked up a 70-ton Mac over there. That's interesting. Something a little bit more real. I mean, why don't we just try to remove this thing right now, right? In fact, I'm pretty likely to get there. 115... Like, I don't need to go this overboard. So if we assume we're going to get, like, 55-ish damage out of the machine guns, and probably, like, 57-ish damage out of the machine guns, SRMs, if we turn off the low percentage shot medium lasers, I do want to overkill it a little bit, just to, you know, compensate for bad luck, but I think this should be enough damage, right? So the medium lasers are about 100. Oh, I should probably leave this medium laser on even though it's low percentage, because it's the more damaging one. No, the percentage difference is considerable. Yeah, this is overkill. But I want to minimize the chances of something really dumb happening and us not getting the kill. And actually, I think I needed almost all of that.
That's a kill.
Oh, over here.
They've got a lock on me.
Alright, well, I mean, you still got cover and bulwark. You'll be fine. Let's hold off on him. Oh,
Ready for orders.
never mind. He's blocking the pass. Well, guess we'll just charge forward and get vision of whatever that is so that the other guys can shoot at it. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not super pleased with his ability to get the AC-20s onto people. I'm thinking I might take him back to a little bit more of a mid-rangey build. Maybe take the 20s down to 10s or even 5s, add some large lasers, something like that. Just so that he'll more frequently be able to actually participate in combat.
On my way.
Because as much fun as it is to fire a pair of AC-20s at something, and it is fun. He's really, like, he spent a lot of time not doing anything. Ugh, I hate these percentages. Kind of wish I'd move the other mech first.
Target.
Yeah, alright, just give it to him. I was having a little bit of a look at that King Crab earlier, and I think the way I want to go with that might actually be to make that into a long-range missile carrier, because it has a lot of empty tonnage.
Standing by.
This is a 3-skull mission, huh? Ooh, unobstructed shot.
Confirmed.
That's pretty nice. And we should be able to get a knockdown here pretty easily. Well, it would help if the PBC didn't miss. Alright, the Atlas might be able to get into position for an attack next turn. I'd say for a 3-skull, it does kind of seem like we're having to go up against an awful lot of enemies. All at once. And, like, some of these are real mechs. Like, that's a grasshopper, right? Yeah. Three skulls my ass. This is a difficult mission. Alright, I gotta get the Atlas cannons to bear on something here. Alright, catapult K2. It's interesting.
I'm here.
So, we can maybe push something down to Initiative 1 to ensure that the others have time to deal with it. If I don't kill him now, he might get up. But, like, do I care? I was shooting at him because he was the thing I could shoot at, more than anything else. I think I'm just going to go attack this catapult. It's not really that dangerous. Pair of PPCs. Their build for the Grasshopper isn't super dangerous either. It has a lot of center torso, of course, because it's a Grasshopper. Yeah, I'm going to go over here, and we're just going to have it this dude. Ugh. I don't want a precision shot. Oh, because I want to save the precision strike for the Atlas, provided it gets a turn. So actually, I guess maybe I just reserve. Because we don't yet know, like, I don't know what I want to do with the Grasshopper yet, because I don't know if the Atlas is going to be able to shoot their Grasshopper or what. Okay, yeah, so they prioritize getting that guy up so that we wouldn't be able to aim shot him a lot, which actually is probably really good for us, him going first, because he's really not that dangerous. Alright, please tell me I can get into range to kill that Grasshopper.
Commander?
I think the Atlas has a chance of just straight up getting it. No, of course I can't. Yeah, this thing... We gotta change the build on this thing. The AC, the auto-cated thing's just not working. Man, I wish it was a little clearer to me where I can move and where I can't. Because, like, I would like to do this approach, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to move through what's left of that pass. Alright, I'm going to do this, I guess, because this is what I can do, and we're not going to use Precision Strike on him. I guess that means that, like, this was not a high priority. I didn't need to do this first. Really, there's another contact. 3 skulls.
Engaging.
Okay, well, he got less dangerous. Man. That's a pretty good mech. Alright, well, here's hoping they take the fact that the Atlas is available and in the open as an invitation to attack it. Attack it non-stop forever. Boy, oh boy, could it take some beatings. And then we're just gonna, jump. I'm gonna lose my ability to fire most of my weapons if I do that, though. They don't really want to be out in the open. But our odds of hitting this thing are so bad if I don't run pretty far out. To go after their Grasshopper instead, but it's both less dangerous and also harder to kill. It seems like a bad play. We gotta go for the catapult. If I jump up here, you get a real good shot, but I gotta, yeah. With this number of enemies around, I don't think I can safely do that. I'm gonna go to here. Turns that I'm basically facing front to the other enemies. We use Precision Strike to beat some of these targeting difficulties. Ah, that sucks. Well, this is the one we can leave off. Alright, let's just shear some of the weapon systems off of this thing if we can. I sure did crit him right in the machine gun.
Critical hit, Commander.
No ammo in there. Well, that side's almost destroyed. So we might want to actually jump the Grasshopper out of combat at some point, because we've seen on a number of occasions that the AI like really, really fixates. And for right now, it's not a problem, but we're probably going to want to do something. Alright, so the catapult hasn't actually had its turn yet. It still is valuable for us right now, right this second, to knock pieces off of it. So that is what Flatline in the Nobody is going to do. I'm just going to shoot this thing real hard. Do I want to Precision Strike so as not to lose a bunch of shots into that arm? Because we could potentially just kill it. I'm going to go for it. Okay, pretty good.
Nice. Got past his armor.
So now we're in the center torso where he has some machine gun ammo stored, so every hit to the center torso is potentially a kill. I don't know why you would put just machine gun ammo in your middle. That seems weird to me. Okay, that Jaeger mech's gonna have to die next.
Hard hit there.
Good news is the Atlas should be able to get into firing range of these mechs standing in the middle. Alright, Eric. Come on.
Aye, aye.
I believe in you. Awful lot of shots to the leg. Maybe I shouldn't have believed.
Target's taking a critical hit.
Well, pretty soon he's going to have nothing left on his right side. All shots to the right are going to go immediately to the center torso. Right, my Grasshopper's probably going to have to endure some nonsense here. Yeah, they're fixating. It's okay for now. Grasshopper's pretty tough. But we probably can't take more than another turn of that. We're going to have to pull our Grasshopper out far enough that they can't shoot it anymore to get them to re-target somewhere else. Which is fine, because the Grasshopper can just, like, leap back over the mountains. Point blank PPC. You madman.
Barely hit, Commander. I'm receiving you.
I think I can stay in for probably at least one more turn. We'll get a point of evasion and back up a little bit here. You'd have to get an awful lot of damage through center to kill me, and nothing else is really that low. Yeah.
Acknowledged.
I think we should be okay here. And I am not going to aim this because I really don't have to hit him that hard. Oof. Maybe I am going to aim this because I'm going to have to turn off almost all my weapons. Alright, so we got to get 45 through. Yeah, I'm just going to fire everything I can because next turn we're going to disengage.
Looks like I'll need a new target.
That puts us at 27 resolve, was it? So if we get a kill, it'll push us up to high enough to get another shot off. Okay, do love people shooting at the Atlas.
Receiving you.
Can't quite make it to cover. I could stand in the mineral field. To make me really hard to hit. I don't know. I don't want to do that. Make me really hard to hit at the trade-off of making me a worse shot. I really need to be able to hit people. I'm not wild about the 70% we're getting here, but I do want to take the shot with him because he's the most likely to score a random kill that will maybe give us enough resolve to potentially do an ability. Yeah, he totally could have just hit the same location with both of the AC-20s and torn the Grasshopper in half.
That could have been worse.
Yeah, well, it's going to be if we don't get you out of there pretty soon. Alright, nobody can make it to cover. Quick draw is tough, too. Yeah, if you came in here with a three difficulty symbol lance, I think you would have a very tough time.
Affirmative.
Alright, so this isn't going to knock him down, but it is going to cap his instability.
That hit something good.
If he doesn't move on their next action, then we definitely get the knockdown. Alright, how much instability is he going to be able to shed here?
Slight damage.
You know, with the number of hits she's taken, we're pretty lucky she's not gotten any headshots yet. Okay.
Bye.
Still unstable, so I think we still have a knockdown.
On it.
We could split fire and try to tag the quick draw with the PPC. Am I allowed to fire everything this turn? Yeah, we won't overheat. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see if we can maybe mess with his weapon systems a little bit.
Confirmed.
And actually, this is better. Him moving and then us knocking him down means he's down for the Atlas's next turn. So the Atlas will definitely kill him. Oh, they have 2 Jaeger mechs with 4 autocannons. Alright, that's a serious amount of firepower that they brought to bear here. I think each one of these lances would have been a challenge for a 3-skull lance. Having to fight them both at the same time is insane. So... Damn, mech is too tall. I can't hide behind the terrain. Yeah, what I really want to do is move to a position where they don't have vision of me for a turn. Although they're starting to focus on the Atlas an awful lot now. Jump into the mineral field. I need to turn off of firing anyway, though. Run to right here? I shouldn't be threatened from right here.
Roger.
Okay. So the quick draw can't afford to volley too much more. Like, if it goes hard here, it's going to be pretty close to full. Alright, they...
Can't take much more of this.
Huh. It looked like they fired... Okay, there's the heat. I was going to say, they generated way less heat that turn for some reason. But that's why, because it hadn't actually counted their heat up yet. Well, I think what we want to do here is just collapse that grasshopper, right? And I think I'm actually going to Vigilance. I'm going to run up, Vigilance, and crush the grasshopper. Actually, we have a multi-shot. That's interesting. Do I want to split my fire? Now, the grasshopper has so much center torso health. Let's turn off the SRMs, maybe? %. No, let's leave them on. Let's just be sure. We can coolant vent next turn. Or maybe actually punch something. The Atlas punches incredibly hard. Huh. I am very surprised it has vision there. There's definitely, like, stuff between me and you. Yeah. I would not say that that is vision. Alright, who's next? It's one of the Jaeger mechs. I mean, the one that hasn't taken a turn yet, I guess. Oh, it sucks, though, that I can't fire all my weapons. Hold on.
What do you need?
What about you? You go first. I'm not wild about keep continuing to get this guy closer. Maybe I'll try to go up the hill. Get to the cover up here. We're not going to get to fire everything with anybody. But we can gather up the damage a little bit more this way. That's right, I can't shoot the PBC. Yeah, just go center as hard as you can.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, so we can probably knock him down. Turn off these, turn on those, and can I... No. Okay. Well... I wish I knew how much stability this was. Because if we fire the damage-focused weapons, we're going to do 50 stability. Yeah, that should be enough. Let's fire the damage weapons instead of the stability weapons.
Taking the shot.
Nope, didn't get there. I mean, not that it would have mattered much. He was just going to get right back up anyway. But standing up does give you an accuracy debuff. But I guess it matters in the sense that the grasshopper would not get hit by all of his weapons. Well, it turns out the grasshopper needs to go even further back.
Serious hits.
the fact that I do not have any vision of them does not
Let's
seem
make
to be
it happen.
affecting their vision of me. How about this?
Move order received.
Is this far enough away and behind enough stuff? Yeah, and also brace and get bulwark.
Good to go.
Alright, Atlas. Let's kill somebody. This guy's a softer target. He's way more killable by the others. We could just punch the quick draw. And obviously the benefit of that is that I get to cool down a little bit. I don't really want to show my back armor. 50, 70, 50. Yeah. My back armor is still way, way lighter than my front. Maybe I just go for the frontal punch. Hope to get lucky. We hit for 140 plus 30 damage of machine guns. So we can't kill him even on a good center punch. Although there's a version of this where we could just punch his head clean off, right? By coolant vent. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna coolant vent to go after that Jaeger mech.
Acknowledged.
Really? Machine guns into the center torso without causing an ammo explosion? Okay, well, both the Jaeger mechs are kind of soft targets now. Alright, the nobody can definitely afford to sustain some damage.
Yep.
So... he's about to have his action. We should go for him.
Ready for orders.
And I should shoot him with the person who can fire the largest amount of projectiles, because all we're really looking for here... we're just hunting for the ammo explosion.
Engaging with target.
Come on. Yes. Alright, we got it right at the end there.
Target eliminated.
Alright, so since we precision struck this guy, we get to fire the other Cyclops at him.
Good to go.
I'm gonna make sure we're doing this from the right arc.
On it.
And it probably doesn't matter too much which weapons we fire here. We just want to put as many projectiles into him as possible.
Locked on. That's a kill.
Okay. I would like to stand by saying that, like, if you came at this with a standard 3-skull squad, you would be in deep shit. Alright, well, I'm going to jump back over and fire at this guy, because we're going to precision strike him down to 1, and he's not going to get another turn.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Also, there's a chance he just dies right here. This Grasshopper does do a lot of damage. No, not quite. We hit the arm a little bit.
Reporting critical hit.
Standing by.
Okay, oh, bad news, buddy.
Position confirmed.
Nope, I'm gonna have to turn off an autocannon. And an SRM. Shoot.
Firing on rear arc.
I was hoping to get through the center
I
enough
hit something
to
good.
finish the job. I did 8 damage.
Yeah.
8 of his 14.
Receiving you.
Okay, come on. Please just finish this off. Alright, so
Removed.
I'm going to pull up the list real quick here, because again, I did not have it active. Okay, here we go. I know what we need. We managed to get through that without losing any structure at all, which is nice. Definitely would not have been the case if we had taken an appropriately leveled squad. Okay, so of the mechs that we have on offer here, we do not need any of them, right? Yeah, we have all these. Okay. So, are there any cool weapons? That's alright. 35 damage medium laser might actually be the pull. This is definitely a place where I'm picking a increased ability to earn points in the future over earning points right now. But man, 35 damage medium laser is a good weapon. Oh good, more grasshopper parts. Just what we needed. Just what we needed. Listen, it's late. The later it gets, the more difficult the words are. I feel like sometimes when I talk, my brain is moving faster than my mouth, and my mouth just tries to like skip sounds in words to catch up with it sometimes. And that's how you end up with me leaving all the E's out of needed. Hey, that's just what we needed. Alright, let's... Do any of the pilots from that mission need level ups?
Yeah.
I mean, Flatline can get his breaching shot, and then he needs tactics after that. Just short of the first
Training confirmed, Commander.
called shot bonus. Alright, and who else do we have in there? Coyote. Coyote's definitely still working towards something of great import.
Training complete.
Alright, let's get into the next one. I think we're probably going to want to go A-team for these next two, because these are going to be harder. So, we need to make a deniable strike on a Davian convoy. Intel shows the convoy is a shipment of weapons, including at least one intact Star League-era weapons system. That level of technology could shift the balance of power in Merlin. Something Cretan leadership isn't willing to tolerate. You see how many syllables my mouth tried to skip there? And then it went back. It was like, will, no wait, that's not where we are. Willership. You know, all the Willership. So I definitely want to take some salvage here. Is it 312? It might be 312. They said the phrase Star League era weapon system. That doesn't mean that we'll be allowed to salvage that. That's probably off the table. Still, 4 skulls could be some cool stuff. And there's no taking 2 points of priority salvage. We're talking about almost 200,000 C-bills. I'm going to err on the side of caution here. Let's see if we can maybe pull some good loot. And it's probably the same group of mechs, although Martian atmosphere. Do we want to play the Atlas? Thing really heats up. The Battlemaster is plus 21 on an Alpha Strike. The Atlas is actually more heat efficient. Okay. If you say so. Razor, drive this Atlas. Saber is not the right call. Do I want to put somebody with heat management in the Grasshopper? Maybe Saber, actually? Yeah, I kind of think that he might take this role. And then... Sand Cricket's not a bad choice for a long-range pilot. Hellebor's not bad. Like, Hellebore in the Nobody to deal with the fact that those missile launchers are generating a little bit more heat than we can stand. And... we could just leave Coyote. He's pretty close to getting his 9 tactics. He's not that much worse than Reckless is in that mech, honestly. Get PVC shots with breaching. Yeah, okay. That's what I'm going to do. Now, we should have somebody with the 9 tactics in it. Do I want to just make it Reckless then? You can go Sand Cricket. Thing's pretty far in back. It doesn't necessarily need defensive skills. She doesn't have breaching shot, but she does have multi-target. It getting to go a phase earlier probably does not make a huge difference. Well, except that we get to apply the electromagnetic field debuff from the PPC before things fire. Yeah, alright. 3223 with our ridiculous assault mechs. And also this grasshopper. Honestly, we might run this grasshopper forever. I know that there is still tonnage to gain. We could be running even heavier squads, but it's just very, very good. It's very good at shooting the heads off of enemy mechs, which is a thing that I place high value on. They're paying more if we clear out the defenders. So destroy the Davian convoy and escape for the base pay. Defeat escort units for even more pay. Pay bonus on like 463,000 C-bills is enough that I care, but we'll have to see how the mission goes a little bit. I don't want to stay for money if it's going to put our pilots in danger. All right, find the vehicles, move in, blow them up.
Jeez, what is this place? This is nasty.
All right, Hellebore, calm down.
On my way.
You know what I bet that's not even Hellebore's real voice. He's just such a big fan of Ricochet's work that he's developed a flawless Ricochet impression. Well, he thinks it's flawless. Obviously, it's not not precisely the right thing. Hearing an awful lot of legs moving in the distance here. At 4 skulls, I would imagine we could see just about anything on this mission. Oh, hey, that humming noise stopped.
Commander.
That's nice. Honestly, I was not even thinking about it anymore, but now that it has stopped, it's like kind of like a little bit of pressure on my brain was relieved. The absence of it is a nice feeling. Oh my god, this thing is so slow.
Roger that.
You need to be very
Order
cautious.
received.
800 armor is not a lot of armor at 4 skull difficulty. I mean, I'm trying to get in between the two man points here. I'm a little concerned about the fact that we don't yet have a sensor trace.
Heading out.
That makes me real nervous.
Primary target on screen, Commander.
Is it? They're all the way over there. It turns out they're... Okay, so the point that we were being shown was not where they are currently. It was, here's where you could go to intercept them.
Coordinates received.
We definitely want the Cyclops to be a little bit closer. It'd be cool if we could get the PPC on them once in a while. Probably mostly not going to get fired. More because we can't afford the heat than because of the line of sight issues.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, are we going to just run up here and get vision? Looks like I am not, in fact, going to get vision. Let's run the Atlas forward first.
Copy that.
I want to see if we get an actual ping.
Hostile on sensors.
We sure did. Alright, we are seeing a 65-ton and 80-ton vehicle. 60, 80, 80, 60, 80, 55-ton mech. Okay. It's a lot. That's a lot of dudes. Do I want to just reveal myself quite this hard? Probably not.
Confirmed.
Nobody is probably basically fine where he is. And Eric the Red should probably also get into the cover. Just in case. Alright, so we're going to have to be really careful about revealing ourselves here. Because I suspect what we are dealing with is a number of mechs with like a ton of long-range weaponry. Or a number of vehicles, rather. So we could run the Grasshopper up here and just like core this dude real hard. This keeps me in cover but doesn't put me in vision of any of the other enemies. Again, just trying to like manage their vision of us. Seems pretty important. He's only 55 tons, although he does have Bulwark. Apparently that Shrek PPC carrier is actually in our line of sight, despite the fact that we did not have an indicating line. This Kintaro is pretty tough. A lot of armor for a 55-ton mech. We could go for the headshots, I guess. Yeah, we probably ought to precision strike. We ought to try to take him out. So with him having 40% damage reduction, I'm going to hit for 160, 185, 230-ish. Is not enough to get through. But we could get a lot of damage in. Yeah, we're just going to have to work hard to get him down with other people. Wow, almost everything actually went center. It was like a single missile missed.
Receiving you.
Alright, we're not going to get him, I don't think. So I'm going to leave that job for the Atlas. I'm going to try to knock out the PPC carrier.
On my way.
We're not going to get it with Sand Cricket, but we might be able to kill it with Sand Cricket plus Hellebore.
On it.
It would be really nice if it was dead before it got its turn. We got pretty lucky there. Okay, turns out they're going to have vision of me no matter what. I'm glad I stayed in cover. Jesus Christ, it's a lot of missiles.
I'm wounded. I'm showing minor damage.
Head hit as ever.
Ready for orders.
Alright, get that cover. I hate this thing having 4 points of evasion. We're going to endure some very serious shit here. Yep, well, that's the way of it. Is that a Manticore? It is. Yeah, these vehicles are scary.
Confirmed. Inflicted
Oh,
some heavy
15 health, man.
What's up, Commander?
Alright, nobody should be able to put down the PPC carrier. It has 8 front health left. So I have to hit it twice in the front. I'm wondering how much I can split fire to the Kintaro in an attempt to kill them both. PPC carrier going down is pretty important. I don't want to screw this up. We have to hit it twice in the front. And it's going to be 2 missiles no matter which weapons hit it, so why don't we aim... I should actually target the second target. Why don't we do this? We'll put the damage-focused ones on him, and then the other ones on the PPC carrier, because we have to hit twice either way.
Split and fire.
Okay. Got there pretty comfortably. And then on this guy, we gotta hit with 3 missiles center. Which we did.
Hostile eliminated.
This is a pretty good turn. Good work, Hellebore. You've earned the right to say Big Baboom one time.
Got a lock on me.
Oh no, they're gonna give him the Big Baboom. Oh god. Okay, Demolisher's not gonna get to fire this turn. Yo, this is a scary convoy. I don't know why they even employed battle mechs. These vehicles are far more terrifying.
Hot damn. Let's do this.
Alright, well, we know what target number 1 is. Apparently I am only allowed to target the Demolisher from positions where I don't have cover. So that's cool. How much health do you have? You are also actually pretty tough. What you do not have is Bulwark. "30 LRM tubes plus 100 medium laser damage. Less dangerous than the Demolisher. We have 60 resolve. I think I'm going to run over here and Vigilance. Because I do not want to let the Demolisher get a turn.
Moving out.
I have very strong feelings about that many autocannons being fired at me. So we'll Vigilance for our defenses, and then I'm going to Precision Strike this thing. We'll turn off a laser. Because it's a lot of health. We gotta get through a lot of health here.
I copy.
Oh, I guess I didn't need to turn off a laser. I could have just cool invented. Could have and should have. Alright, let us approach the ability to fire the particle cannon. Let's at least think about making that a possibility. 34. Should be sufficient, I think. Yeah, cool.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
There might be other demolishers in the convoy, but if there are, they're not super close. Also, I guess the catapult is not going to be able to fire its full complement here because of heat. Either one of those could be a demolisher. Part of me wants to just reserve down, let them move, and see if they'll reveal to us what they are before I make any of my decisions. I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah, sounds good. Good idea.
Wait, do demolishers move on 2? Do they move on 1? I don't know, whatever. Alright, they're still pretty,
Lock on me.
pretty resolutely sticking to their path. Huh, I don't have vision of him. Move to here. Do not have the resources for a precision shot remaining. You could step up to here and get a pretty close-up shot on him and get to see what that is. Leaves me a little bit more in the open, but it also gives us targeting data. And a much better shot with the autocannons. I'm gonna do it, because the Atlas is pretty tough. Honestly, a double autocannon shot to the center torso doesn't actually even get through the armor. So that's pretty exciting. I think they're both demolishers.
Yes, Commander.
That's my guess. So, now the question, how much heat does he have? A fair amount. I'm wondering whether I want to just devote everything to killing the Demolisher before finishing off the catapult. Because it's not, like, super close to dead. Did not get good autocannon shots. That said, if I took one of its arms off, it would lose quite a bit of damage potential.
Piece of cake.
I am a little torn. I'm gonna go for the Demolisher. It's so much scarier.
Primary target is damaged. Keep it up.
So the other vehicles we destroyed were part of the escort group, not part of the convoy group. A pretty arbitrary distinction, really.
No retreat. Waiting for orders.
This is the kind of move you make when you are 100% certain you will get there, which is to say, maybe not the kind of move I want to make now. I can just run over here and try to put down the catapult. Keep the grasshopper a little bit safer. We'll be back in cover.
Roger that.
I will coolant vent. Right, because we're gonna go way over. Okay, well, still can't fire this weapon. But I think... Nope, I did not quite destroy that torso.
Solid connection on that one.
One damage, man.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, well, I like this idea quite a bit. I want to put myself... I would like to put myself in the front arc of the catapult. Because I am going to fire something at it. I'm not sure what. Let's see. The Demolisher that we started working on will not die to a PPC shot to the side. But if I fired the PPC and it hit the front, that would take care of it.
Coordinates received.
We need to do somewhere in the neighborhood of 40-ish, I think, stability damage here. I guess he's... Oh no, he is not too close for most of the weapons. Never mind. How many missiles am I firing at that Demolisher? PPC is going to do 50... Oh, that's right. My PPC is modded for stability damage. Okay. I'm going to fire all of the missiles at the Demolisher then.
Multiple enemies. Locked in.
Scratch another target.
Solid connection on that one.
Alright, that is not quite enough stability damage. I need numbers. This bar is not precise enough. I cannot tell what values I have to generate from the bar.
I'm gonna
Really?
need a medic.
Second headshot?
Waiting for orders.
Ugh. Very annoying. Well, I can move up here and get a shot on what I'm pretty sure is another Demolisher. I think I probably ought to do that. And it survives 120, right? Yeah, it survives 120 to any... Sorry, not to any location. Definitely going to vent. I'm going to go ahead and take the precision strike. Let's not mess around with this thing.
Got it.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Really? More stuff?
Reporting.
I mean, I guess we are most of the way done with this stuff, but really don't need that. Also, they did land pretty far away.
Orders?
Okay, so we have to get through the rest of these enemies, and like with the quickness. I think I want to be going for the front. Maybe it makes more sense to shoot from his right arc. Yeah, because we can knock his arm off and then be going straight to the center. I think I'm going to focus in on... Let's just try to get rid of this guy. We will turn off that weapon. Alright. That's the last of the escorts. Not why I was doing it, but happy that they're all down, I guess. Alright, so we got a bunch of nonsense moving in over here. It shouldn't be too hard for us to clean up the vehicles from here. That's an SRM carrier, so that's a real threat. And this convoy was scary. I mean, the convoys always are.
Barely hit, Commander.
The good news is it does not take a lot of damage to put an SRM carrier away. Okay, there's something moving on 4 over there. Apparently I don't get to fire any weapons at all if I don't jump. Well, let's jump then. Because again, it really is not going to take much to kill this SRM carrier. What am I allowed to fire without burning myself down? Oh wow, nothing. Cool. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to precision strike then, because there's not enough damage to kill it. Yeah, I think actually all of those attacks went to its front.
Orders?
Well, it should be pretty easy to get the rest of the kill there then. Can't get it from the front arc, but that's alright.
Location confirmed.
So he has 8 frontal health left. Am I allowed to fire my PPC this turn, or am I going to overheat? Alright, get that. Hey. Okay. I am allowed to fire the PPC. PPC kills on a hit to the side or the front. So I'm going to fire everything else at the Manticore.
Aye, aye.
start softening it up, and hopefully the PPC will do the job here. If not, we still have other people who act before the SRM carrier, I believe. I think it moves on 1. Okay, cool.
Reporting. Vehicle destroyed.
Alright, if we bring down the Manticore, then we don't have to worry about them having long-range weapons access to us. And we can spend a couple of turns just, like, chilling out. Allowing our heat to dissipate. So a shot to any location with the AC-20 is a kill. I'm going to turn everything else off.
Get your lance to the
Cool.
LZ, Commander. I'm coming in hot.
Unfortunately, enemy reinforcements came in between us and our LZ. Well, okay, no, they came in slightly beyond. We'll move in that direction. We have these nice dust clouds to cover our approach. A little bummed out about not being able to use Saber in the next battle.
Roger.
I copy.
Moving to position.
I think we're just going to get into the dust clouds and
On my way.
then wait for them. The standing still and bracing, I believe, reduces more heat than moving. Sprinting definitely generates heat. I think moving at all generates heat. But also, I want to get back in cover. I guess with Saber, it's not such a big deal because he is actually all good on heat already.
Move order received.
They are approaching. They're not getting here very quickly. The Grasshopper could make a run for that other cloud. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a run here.
Moving to position.
Do the same thing with the... Well, the Atlas can't jump
Got
down,
eyes
though.
on the target.
I think I'm gonna have the Atlas... Well, the Atlas needs to move forward because it actually will not be able to single move into a sensor lock next turn, it looks like. Yeah, the Atlas has to get out there a little bit. You guys can absolutely just chill out, though. Alright, what do we have incoming here?
Commander.
Well, let's get that read.
Jumping.
Harry Jaegermechs. Yeah, this sucks. This is bad. Fortunately, this Jaegermech is just kind of standing in the open with almost no evasion and no damage reduction. So let's see if we can't make it a non-problem immediately. Oh, the big laser went to a leg. Alright, so it has 50 center torso health left. And that's a Griffin. Okay, so there's no mechs here that we actually need parts from. I'm gonna hope that we salvage some good weapons from the convoy trucks. In particular, I think there's pretty good odds of some upgraded SRMs here, since SRM carriers have so many of them. Those would be nice to have. I think I just put everything into this guy. It might be overkill, but it also might not be. I guess we could precision strike center with just the PPC. That's pretty likely to work. Not generate any heat here, so that we have full weapon complement available on the next turn.
Mech warriors, show them what you've got.
Not bad.
Enemy down.
And that put us back up to inspired. Alright, this other Jaegermech is of course going to be the next highest priority, because screw these Jaegermechs. Come on, no headshots. No headshots. Alright. Alright, everything's fine.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, I can't tell if I'm going to be able to get down from there. I'm just going to run into the rough terrain. It's maybe not ideal, but we have to be able to do stuff next turn.
Waiting for orders. Be there in a jiff.
Alright, turn everything on. Just go dead center here. If we can get rid of this Jaeger mech, the real danger is past. These other mechs are not very dangerous. Oof.
Let's get this done.
That was really bad. He hit very few shots to the spot he was supposed to hit. Yeah, how's my Atlas too fast and evasive for you there?
Orders?
Commander?
Let's see if we can knock this thing down. Do I want to precision strike it? I kind of think I don't. I'm gonna save the
Confirmed.
let's save the morale, the resolve rather, because we're gonna get the knockdown no matter what, and then we can just precision strike it for free while it's on the ground. Keep everybody nice and inspired. Alright, so once the Vindicator has moved here, I'll feel pretty safe moving the Grasshopper out into the open to get the shot. That's a shame. My poor sensors.
Damage is light.
Yeah, they're not going to get a turn
Ready for
until...
orders?
Well, they both get to go... No, sorry, just the Griffin. We'll get to go before the Grasshopper does. Maybe I want to run forward and use precision, or use vigilance. Yeah, just to be on the safe side, because we've taken some... Actually, no, we've really hardly taken any damage. How much damage does Griffin do? Not very much. Yeah, as long as the mech's head doesn't come clean off, actually we're 100% fine. Alright, let me turn off a weapon.
Aye, aye. Back.
Okay, we are going to get through this just fine.
Receiving you.
So, unfortunately, I just looked at the clock. I am afraid we are probably going to be leaving the big battle mission for next time.
On the move.
I feel bad about it. But we do have a limited amount of time to record, so that thing is really not that dangerous. This thing is also really not that dangerous. They both kind of suck. Well, this guy has, like, no armor. Is that true of you as well? You're actually a little heavier armored. Okay. I think we probably get through either of them, but we're more likely to get through this one if something goes a little bit wrong.
Engaging with target.
Yeah, it was
Critical
not enough
hit,
damage.
Commander.
Neither one of the AC-20 shots
Commander?
hit center. I mean, I guess I was aiming for the right torso, so to be expected, I suppose. Do I have... No, I do not have the arc from here, so we gotta move a little bit. Can I get a little bit closer than this? Actually, not really. I think he's just gonna be... Okay, yes, we are just
Order
barely
received.
in optimal range now. Alright, I think this is probably going to go very, very favorably for us.
Let's go.
Alright, man, he's dead. I may have overcommitted.
Target eliminated.
Alright, so the Griffin gets one final turn here. Make it count. Gonna run into the radiation field and attempt to scramble our sensors. I don't know if I'm gonna have... I don't think I'm gonna have melee range on him. Yes, I am. Okay, well, that's what I'm doing. Do love to throw that great big
Put my
grasshopper
weight.
punch.
Standing by.
A little bit of a shame that I hit the leg. And not very hard. Yeah, that's a shame. That's like basically the worst that could have gone. Can I get... I can get a clean frontal shot from up here. We can try to call to the leg, because if I knock him down, he's dead. Can I get that leg? I could probably get that leg. I guess this does 60 damage to the PPC's 50 damage. We should probably
Locking on target.
leave the missiles on. Wow, I think a single missile hit the leg. Almost nothing worked there. Well, the good news is we're now going to be able to just knock him down through sheer stability damage.
Location confirmed. You're fired.
Hellebore, alright. I think his quips are getting worse. I don't know if it's that he's trying to change them to please us or what's going on there. But they're definitely getting worse. Also, have we actually not hit his center torso even a single time? No, we hit it very slightly. Alright, so if I knocked off his left side, we would get nothing out of that.
Standing by.
I'm just gonna go for the center torso here.
Location confirmed. Affirmative. Hostile eliminated.
You know, we actually had a lot of damage miss his center torso there, because we actually did shear off the leg and the other side. Alright, well, our cash bonus on this is going to be pretty good, and I think we got through that without taking any structure damage, right? So we do get to use all the good mechs again. Poor Saber is going to have to go back to the medbay, which feels like is where he spends all of his time. Took them 2 hits to put him in there for 16 days, though. He's a tough dude. Alright, so just looking at the list real quickly here, we do not need any of this stuff. Yeah, we're all good on catapults now. So, show me AC 5 with plus damage. That's not amazing. Gotta say, pretty unimpressed with the loot so far. Really, no augmented SRM 6s. This was just terrible. Well, we could take parts of the mechs to sell, I guess. Like a Vindicator. Sure, Vindicator is sellable. And then that, I mean, that's alright. Plus 30 stability damage PPC? I don't really like PPCs, to be perfectly honest with you. They generate far too much heat for the damage. But all the other stuff here is bad. Except, like, I could take another piece of torso. Yeah. Okay, that was bad loot. Really disappointing on a mission where I went out of my way to take 3 salvage. Not a single SRM6 with even 1 plus. This is bad luck, really. Alright, so the good news is we managed to keep the top tier mechs, the A string of mechs, available. And also, if the mission we're about to do is truly only half a skull harder than that one was, then I think we're in pretty good shape. Definitely immediately to storage. And hey, look at that. Ricochet's almost out of the hospital. When we finish the next mission, where is it that we're going? Probably out to this flashpoint, right? It's going to drop our Davian rep even further, while increasing our Lyran rep. Those are 2 things that I don't really... This has no value and this has negative value. But getting paid is good. Bonus reward of rare items is good. And then the jobs on that system are actually terrible. It's a 1 skull world. It is Davian headquarters. Allied mercenaries can purchase supplies from the quartermaster here. We don't actually want to ally with Davian, right? Even if we did push our rep up to 100 doing jobs there. They'd make us enemies with the Taurians. You know, maybe that's not so bad. It is one more enemy than we get from allying with the Free Worlds League, but Oh, you know, but we would lose all of our Combine rep, and we're actually doing quite well with the Draconis Combine. Yeah, so I guess we wouldn't want to ally with Davian anyway. So there's no chance of us using that store there. Do I even want to do this Flashpoint then? It is a 3.5 skull Flashpoint. The pay will probably be pretty good. And we can fix our rep problems. We have a lot of time left. That's 16 days in that direction. That would actually get me... all of my pilots would be ready to actually do stuff for the first time in basically forever. But what I really want to do is head down into Taurian space and hit black markets and stuff. Like, I don't think we've been to a lot of the worlds down here. A lot of the systems, rather. A place with decent mission difficulty and a black market. That's certainly interesting. I do need to also make that map of where I've actually been so that I can plan the rest of our route. That's something I'll try to do before the next episode. So yeah, I guess we'll do that Flashpoint. That was just curiosity. It doesn't really affect our decision making. Because nothing is going to make it correct for us not to just do smash and grab. So, that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we do what might be our single hardest mission yet, and hopefully take home at least a little bit of loot that we actually care about. And we'll see you then.